I know I have talked about something like this before. I think it's my pinned video. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to hit the mic. I think it's my pinned video or what spotlight, whatever it is on this YouTube channel. But the best way I can tell you is I wasn't really supposed to live past 18, which is kind of a hard thing for me to say out loud. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. I definitely wasn't supposed to. Now I don't really know what to do with life right now because, you know, I didn't think I was gonna make it past 18. Because to put it simply, if you've seen the whatever the spotlight video is on this channel, I'll give you a little recap. I had a rough junior year. I think I turned 18 that year. Yeah, I went into school a year late. You know, a year later than everyone else would be. But yeah, it kind of just started off, I think it was October is when I popped my kneecap out, which is kind of like the start of the whole thing. Then, this is a terrible habit of mine, pretty sure I've mentioned this, but yeah, I get attached to one person and it kind of goes downhill, and everything about that person is where my whole mental state, whatever it is about me, all depends on that one person, which is horrible to say out loud because it is one thing I'm trying to work on, trying to be better about. But, you know, one night it was, you know, I think she unadded me or whatever the hell happened. I had Snapchat at the time. I don't have it anymore. I have no reason to ever have that awful app again. But yeah, something like that happened, and I think I can't remember the messages I sent her or whatever it was. It was just more or less I was just at that point where I was just about to teeter over, and that night it was rough for me, rough for everyone else involved, and yeah, it wasn't a great night. And the following days at school, it was awkward, terrible, and more or less I was pulled out. And then, you know, I had the whole summer where I did concrete, my first summer of concrete actually. Yeah, I know, I'm still doing it. I don't learn very fast. Really think I should, but yeah, whatever. But the point I'm trying to get at is I was never supposed to be lit. Like, I would have been frozen in time if it wasn't for, you know, some of the people that helped me, you know, get through that awful moment in my life. Because, I mean, hell, let me run through a few things I definitely would have missed out on if I went through and did that act. First one, I would have never met my nephew and niece. Now, my niece is currently still, you know, infant stage, you know, not, she's getting there, but it's not like fun. And then my nephew, oh boy, he's an ass. Oh my goodness, he is such an asshole sometimes. But no, I definitely would have missed out on him, and you know, especially him saying, you know, uncle, it is really cool. And then would have missed out on playing Doom the Dark Ages, playing some of my new favorite video games, Pragmata, and I think there's a few more on that list I'm definitely blanking on. Chronos. There's just a lot that I would have missed out on in games because, you know, I love the Doom series. And the fact that it is hard for me to say which Doom game is my favorite because I love them all. Like, I love every single Doom game. I have to finish Doom 3 and 64. Those are the only ones I would have to finish out on. Doom 3 is going to be a little hard. I think I'm going to have to either get the courage or muster up some of the things I don't like about that game and actually beat it. And whatever else, then I would have missed out on Marvel Rivals. I mean, I know it's not a huge, you know, game, or it's not as popular, or, you know, there's that sphere around it, but I do really enjoy playing this game, even if it ticks me off a lot. But then I got like Avengers Doomsday later this year. I'm actually quite looking forward to that film. And one of the more recent ones I've watched, movie-wise, is Project Hail Mary. I love that movie. Like, I even rewatched it again. I think I'm gonna rewatch it one more time before I make that video, because I think I am gonna really fall in love the third time I watch it. But another huge thing I would have missed out on, and oh boy, I don't know what I would have thought about, is the trip to Sweden I took like a month ago. I think it was a month ago. Holy cow, time has really moved by really fast. But I would have missed out on that trip to Sweden. I've never been out of the country before, and that was a really cool experience, you know, going through customs for the first time, you know, in EU, and giving up my data to the government over there. Yippee. But it was so cool being in a country that wasn't the US. It was one of my favorite things. I I think that was my highlight of the summer, if you ask me. But there's stuff like that you would have missed out, whether it is big or small, if you decide to take your life early, which is kind of a hard thing for me to say stuff out loud, because it's like, because oh boy, how old am I? I should definitely know this, because apparently I don't know. But I'm currently 21, and I would have been gone for 3 years. I don't know the potential devastating effects on my family. I wouldn't know, because I'm not here to be there. It is something I just can't shake the feeling of, you know, like what would have happened if I did it that night, which is, you know, I should never, ever, ever say that out loud. I should never have thoughts like that, because even though my mind is such a messy place, I do understand that I have all the things here that I should be caring for and whatever else. And yeah, I know some videos I have talked about previously where, you know, my heart's dead and saying all this, which is kind of true to some degree, but I think I'm going to save that for another video before I ramble on into that one, being, you know, like, my heart isn't really dead, it's just more or less on life support. I'm still a caring person, I just don't really care for other things, you know, contradictions. But either way, and I do understand, you know, that whole dark place, there has been a video I've been wanting to make for a while about this, and I can't find the right words to go out there and say it, because I can't get into the mindset. It's the video I have in mind I want to do for something like this is going to be such a big and tall task out of me emotionally that I don't entirely know if I'm going to have the power, strength, or whatever else to actually do it. And that's, like, I don't want to mess it up, but it is something I've always wanted to do, and I think I'm gonna have to let it simmer for a while before I can actually get the thoughts, get the words, get everything out, so I can get it done, perfected, in whatever else. And, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, spend 1,000 hours on it and perfect it, but yeah, that's kind of what I think, because I wouldn't be where I was if I took my life. I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't have this channel, or, you know, the Let's Play channel, or the main channel itself, where I've been kind of, you know, doing some restructuring and trying to figure out what I want to do with that channel again. But it's just, life's one hell of a journey. So I'm gonna end it here before, you know, this gets a little too long for me, you, whoever's listening. So either way, thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope to hear from you again soon. Take care.